Hey guys, welcome back to the PM session. I hope everyone is cool. I didn't came here to frame some setup. Actually, would love to talk about the overall price action. At the same time, I'd love to make sure the things clear to you so that you can understand when it is a high probability to trade, when it is a low probability to trade, and which type of sign will make a high probability or high probable trading, low probable trading. So when there is high probability days, you will keep making the profitable trade. When it is a low probability days, sometimes it's gonna make you bit profitable, bit lose. Okay, depends on your luck or your knowledge or your skill. At the same time, please let me know if you guys can hear me perfectly. I need to make sure that you guys can hear me perfectly. Thank you, RS. RS, you're from India. Where are you from, brother? Thank you, Komal, for confirming that you guys can hear me. Oh, Aris, you're from USA. I'm sorry, brother. I thought you were from India. But thank you for confirming that you're from USA. Hey, Tony, Daniel, thank you, brother. I wasn't on the laptop and I chased the market. Bad decision. Never ever chase the market. Never ever chase the market. That's the bad thing ever. By the way, as you guys can hear me perfectly, so I don't want to wait for some other people who would love to talk about the price action instead of waiting. This is yesterday's candle and today's candle. Tap here. Look, I opened the daily chart, and from the daily chart I can clearly see. Guys, can you see the screen, or you can't see the screen? Can you see the screen? Oh man, come on. I didn't move to the switch to the screen. Now you can see. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to switch to the live screen. By the way, the daily chart, when you have seen that this daily chart has traded at some certain level. So here, just for the sake of this conversation, believe me for once and think that this market is going to reverse from that line. Okay, just for the sake of this conversation. So it came here. I'm not bullish anymore. Try to understand my daily bias. That means the candle is not gonna be a bull candle anymore. It's gonna be a bear candle. So from the daily chart, I'm expecting the bearishness only. No buy, nothing. There is no buy. Simply there is no buy. From the hourly chart, and from the hourly chart, you can see that this is an extremely bull run yesterday, right? All of them candle are kind of bull candle. After seeing this bull candle or this huge expansion, I can't think that another expansion day today. Though Thursday is also an expansion day. But after that big expansion, if it is not the continuation of the expansion, that means it will retrace and then it will start to go higher again. This is called continuation of the expansion. If it is not the continuation of the expansion, then I can't think that it's gonna be an expansion in an opposite way. That means I was bullish yesterday. My expansion was bullish expansion. Today is also an expansion day, but I can't think that it's gonna be an expansion day. It should be kind of consolidation day. That means this market is gonna be make some kind of range bound. Okay, so it will go up, down, up, down, up, down. It will do that. It will create a lot of long weeks. That type of scenario. You should expect like that way from your lower time frame. Now from the daily chart, what you are expecting, it will fall. That is your expectation. So overall this market will keep falling. That is your expectation from daily chart. From hourly or 15-minute chart, you will expect that it's gonna be like it's going to fall, but it will go up down up down up down, seek destroy, something like that, or maybe consolidation or something like that, whatever you say. This is called a low probable day. That means I know that it should be an expansion day, but it can't be expansion. Why? Because market has filled or reach in a certain level where it should reach. So it came over here. Now it can't keep going higher, so it can't be a continuation of the expansion. At the same time, after that big run, I'm expecting this market has reached to the certain level. Now it will fall. It can't fall as well because expansion, then expansion. It's not possible. Expansion, consolidation, expansion. This is the rules. Expansion, continuation, expansion. If it happens like that way, perfect. Otherwise, if it is an expansion day, after an expansion day, there is another expansion day. Not the continuation of the expansion, opposite way. Okay, so bull, then bear, expansion. No, it is not possible. And it should not think like that way. Here, from the daily chart, I'm expecting this should fall. From the hourly chart, I'm expecting it's gonna make a consolidation, long weeks or something like that. From 15-minute chart, my first job to look for the liquidity toward that area, because from the daily chart is going to the 15-minute chart is going to represent the daily chart, not hourly chart, not 4-hour chart. This 15-minute chart is going to represent the daily chart. So if you are looking for the bearishness from the daily chart, then 15-minute chart will help you to think about that bearishness from that specific day. Here, your first job is to look for a liquidity. As you are expecting this market will fall, you will come to your 15-minute chart and you will look for your liquidity. Now, if you see over here in this market, I have the liquidity here, which is around this area. This is the nearest liquidity I have from 15-minute chart. Above this liquidity, I have not even a single liquidity in that specific leg. From the daily chart, as I told, expansion day, then another expansion day, it's nearly impossible because two expansion day opposite to each other is nearly impossible. It never happens. Something like that, okay? If I had a sell side liquidity here from 15-minute chart, I could target that sell side liquidity because I'm expecting from the daily chart it's gonna fall and I have now sell side liquidity. So I will look for that sell side liquidity, that this market is going to take that sell side liquidity. As the sell side liquidity is actually previous day low is the sell side liquidity, I know that this market is nearly impossible for him to go for that sell side liquidity. I can't mark this sell side liquidity. I can't go for this sell side liquidity. I have to look for some kind of imbalances. I would love to mark the imbalances all of this area. Okay, so this is the last fair value gap, which is an imbalances. There is another last fair value gap, which is also an imbalances from 15-minute chart. Then so far this market actually came to this entry fair value gap. I will explain it again why it came to this entry fair value gap, because this entry fair value gap is not important to me at all. And this is another last fair value gap. As the market still didn't came to this last fair value gap, I'm just going to skip to mark this last fair value gap. Before going furthermore, I would love to explain this entry fair value gap, why this entry fair value gap is being respected. First, I would love to come to 4-hour chart. What do you see? This is the last fair value gap from the 4-hour chart. To that specific leg, this is the last fair value gap from 4-hour chart. From the hourly chart, this is the last fair value gap from hourly chart. There is no other fair value gap below this gap. Not even a single bullish fair value gap below this fair value gap, which is still intact. From 15-minute chart, now I have the entry gap actually, which is aligned with both hourly and 4-hour last fair value gap. I'm coming in here. You can see that there is kind of new day opening gap that is super respecting. So one body has closed below this new day opening gap, then the very next body has closed above this new day opening gap. Market come back again to this new day opening gap, is respecting that new day opening gap. So you have got an idea. As the market is fractal, this entry gap sometimes, as I told, sometimes it's been respected. I don't think so it will stop the market and send it higher again to take all-time high or something like that. No, I'm not thinking like that way. It can give some kind of reaction. It is absolutely acceptable. Reaction is acceptable. Here in this type of situation, I even don't mark this type of gap, nothing. Here this line is important to me as I have this line. If I didn't have this line, I wouldn't even mark this one. I just don't, I know that my next level is this last fair value gap. So until this market not coming to this last fair value gap over here, so Actually, let me mark it. Until this market is not coming this last fair value gap, there is no bullish period that can stop the market. If I see any, just for example, there is no new day opening gap. As there is a new day opening gap, of course, I can clearly see that it's respecting this new day opening gap. Okay, I think you can see a very small new day opening gap, even though it's a very small new day opening gap. But it is respecting that new day opening gap, and so far market is around here, that area. So all of these lines for our last fair value gap, hourly last fair value gap, new day opening gap, they are holding the market. Again, 50-minute entry fair value gap is also holding the market. I'm expecting this is just going to be a reaction because my daily chart is telling me I should fall because I reach in a certain level that wizard told us that can be the all-time high. There is a high probability this is gonna be the all-time high for a long period of time. Okay, so it can keep falling now for that sell side liquidity. There is lot other sell side liquidity. See this low, that low liquidity. I have some liquidity here, some liquidity there from 50-minute chart. I have some liquidity. I don't think so here. I think it is here somewhere. Okay, I don't remember exactly where the liquidity, but a lot of liquidity. So until those liquidities are not taken, this can be as an all-time high. Everything is gonna be hindsight very soon, so don't get confused about that. So here, that is the reason I should keep looking for sell. There is no buy is valid, just I should look for sell. I'm coming in 1 minute chart from the 1 minute chart. Okay, around the morning session, if you remember, around 9:30. Okay, so just let me come here. Okay, here this is the last fair value gap. Of course, I shouldn't think that this is going to be respected. That first last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart, I was not thinking that this is going to be respected. Instead of that, I have marked that premium weak quadrant levels that has been broken, so I actually removed it from my chart. So I really didn't think so this is going to be respected anywhere because this is in deep premium and this market is coming from the deep premium. It should not work with the deep premium. Even if it would love to make another high, it can't make that from the deep premium level. It has to come to the discount level because it is coming from the premium area. Very simple logic. It is coming from the simply from the deep premium. So from the deep premium, it will come to the premium fair value gap, then it will reverse. No, it's nearly impossible. It should not happen like that way. Okay. So around the morning session, when I'm just going to remove this gap from my chart, and I'd love to keep it like this way so that you will be able to see the next last fair value gap is over here, and this is that so far entry fair value gap. I don't have any liquidity from the 15-minute chart. Fortunately, I have some sell side liquidity from yesterday. So yesterday when this market was going higher, every sell side liquidity was left over here. Okay, market left the sell side liquidity. Now you can see it from the 1 minute chart. Again, from the 1 minute chart, I can't mark any kind of liquidity from the 15-minute chart, which is the important level. Okay, so this is a liquidity around here. I'm just going to mark it. You can mark the upper one. So you can mark this low and that low. They are also the, so, I mean, this is the liquidity, but I'm just going to mark the lowest low as the morning session, as I told. Okay, so this is the first sell side liquidity around here. Sorry, the last sell side liquidity around there, and there was another sell side liquidity which was here. Okay, so these two sell side liquidity market left yesterday. Today's market open and I was extremely bearish. So this was that sell side liquidity, first sell side liquidity, that was the next sell side liquidity. When this market has opened around 9:30, I have nothing to mark over here from the 15-minute chart. Why? I don't have anything because it's a messy price action. You can clearly see that it's a messy price action. So if I need to mark any kind of bearish period here, I have to move to 1 hour chart to find out is there anything that I can mark as my bearish period. This is that all-time high, market fall, trade this fair value gap from the hourly chart. Now here you can clearly see that I don't have any fair value gap from the hourly chart as well. Now you want to go to the 4 hour chart to find out something, you will see the same case of scenario over here, nothing over there. So I would love to stay in 1 hour chart because this is much more cleaner comparing with the 15-minute chart. So if I come 15-minute chart, it's absolutely messy. But if I come to this hourly chart, I can mark something that is important to me. All of you know that if a candle trade a new day opening gap, that's gonna be an order block. this candle which has traded both this fair value gap and the new day opening gap, both of them you can use it as a order block, and that is the candle that has closed below these two candle. The low of this candle is going to be my order block. You can mark the mean threshold of that order block, which I will just show you, and then I will remove it from my chart from here to here. This is the mean threshold of that order block. This candle has validated the order block. After that, market failed to trade that order block. If I say, I told this lot of time, I'm gonna tell it one more time. If you see, there is a week, you are expecting that 50% of that week will hold the market, and unfortunately market didn't trade that 50%. It means market is extremely bearish. If you see, there is an order block, market has traded that order block open at the low, but failed to trade the mean threshold or the 50%. That means it is extremely bearish. It doesn't have the time to trade that mean threshold. I have the higher time frame PDRA here, as well as this new midnight open. You can see midnight open. I have talked about this a bit, but now I'm not going to add this on this new midnight open, but it has used this whole area as a bearish PDRA. Now, if it wouldn't hold it by here, by the order block, instead of that, it come to this new opening gap, I would still keep looking for sell. Why? Because now I have the new opening gap. I don't have fair value gap. That's why I'm using a perfect order block that you know how to mark. It's my high time frame PDRA. From 1 minute chart, now you have this sell side liquidity that's left from yesterday, that sell side liquidity that left from yesterday. There is no other sell side liquidity from 1 minute chart. Now you can of course below this sell side liquidity you can mark something here, this low and that low as your sell side liquidity. I don't have any problem because this was very clean, which I showed you yesterday's morning session, PM session, if you remember, that that was also the clean lows. I don't want to mark it because this low doesn't look like a swing low to me. So that is why I'm just not interested to mark this line as my sell side liquidity. I'm going to leave it over here. This is the sell side liquidity. That is the sell side liquidity, which is clean to mark, easy to mark, no confusion, nothing. Every single person can mark this sell side liquidity or support that support. Every single one of you can do that. As well as I have the first last fair value gap, which is here. That is the first last fair value gap. Market open around 9:30, cleared the buy side liquidity. Look, this is the high that should not be cleared. This high should not be cleared because it is the extreme high. It should not be cleared. If this high is cleared, I have to keep looking for the buy side liquidity above that high. Where is that high? Above that high. I have to keep looking for the buy side liquidity. Now you can see here we have some buy side liquidity there, we have some buy side liquidity here, we have some buy side liquidity here. All of them are obvious liquidity, of course, but some buy side liquidity I have. Before the market open, by using the higher time frame PDRA, I know that this high should not be taken. Now wick went a bit higher, take that high, okay, it's still okay. In that type of situation, I have to look for, did it leave any buy side liquidity over here or not. If it leaves some buy side liquidity above that high, which is clean highs or relatively equal highs, I will miss all of this sell. No sell is valid to me because the high is the origin high has been cleared, as well as market left the buy side liquidity. Here market has cleared the buy side liquidity, which is relatively equal highs, this high and that high. Just let me mark it for you. Why around the morning session I told that it's an awesome setup. Okay, this relatively equal highs has been cleared by that leg, failed to take that extreme high. That high has cleared this high. This is called intermediate term high. This is the high which is valid as a market structure shift. This is the high, okay, intermediate term high. That means in this lot of this price action, this is the origin high. There is no other high above that high in this small price action over here. Market has cleared the buy side liquidity, gave me the beautiful market structure shift here. This is the one of the best market structure shift. I have told you to take the sell from this gap at the same time when this candle appeared. No, I don't do that. Almost every of the time I don't do that. If you are watching me for so long now, you will see that if this is a gap, I keep talking about this gap. I never add the volume imbalance. Today, when this candle appeared exactly to that candle, I told that it has a possibility to trade from that volume imbalance because the real gap is from here. So it has a possibility it will trade this gap that volume imbalance, then it will fall. It has a possibility. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. As well as I told that I would love to see it will take me from this gap. I don't want to take the sell from this volume imbalance because my stop loss is going to be too big. Okay, but if you don't want to miss it, you can take the entry from this volume imbalance. I was clearly told that. Why I told that? Why that volume imbalance was important to me? Why I don't talk about this volume imbalance a lot of time? Why is that? Reason is when this market went higher, cleared the buy side liquidity, there is a swing low which you are seeing around there. This swing low, which is absolutely valid for shifting market structure. I have no objection with this swing low. Uh, I mean, if you would love to mark it, you can go it for you can go for it. But I would love to mark this low because it is absolutely perfect swing low which I was looking for. So this swing low has been shifted by that specific candle. Look at that candle. After shifting the market just went a bit higher, fall again and gave me the market structure shift. But actually the market structure shift is with this week. That is the week that has given me the market structure shift. And as I'm using this candle, that means I'm going to avoid this specific candle or that specific week. I'm just avoiding. Instead of that, I'm marking from here to that specific candle as my market structure shift. As market actually gave me the market structure shift here, and then it has given me that run, there's a high probability this gap will be left open. Okay, just because of that I was afraid maybe this volume balance will be traded and this market will keep falling and it will never come back to this gap. There was a possibility because it is now going to leave this gap open because I would love to fall, something like that. That was the reason for marking that or telling you this volume balance. By the way, guys, if you have any uh, confusion or if you think that no, this guy is lying, okay, so he marked the market structure shift and there is a volume imbalance. He talked about this volume imbalance lot of time. Just tell me that today is the first day where I talked about this volume imbalance when I have seen this volume imbalance because of this messy market structure shift. It was the best setup, absolutely the perfect setup, but the entry can be from this gap because I was afraid this will be absolutely untouched. Market will never touch this one. Market fall, took that sell side liquidity. There was an last fair cap, remember? Sent the market higher again, finish the unfinished business, come back exactly to this gap perfectly. Then I showed you the inverse fair value gap as well as this fair value gap sell over here, and then this market keep falling. While this market was falling over here around this area, that was the extremely strong bearish gap, and I told that if the body can close above this gap, then and only then the buy is valid. If it is not going to close out this one, no buy is valid. Remember while I was talking about the water block around this area, I told that I can take re-entry over here, but if and only if the body close above this high. From the first time market has cleared the liquidity, gave you the perfect 22 YT model. Why are you in this trade? No, then stop. Market fall, come back again, finish the unfinished business, made another market structure shift, trade this fair value gap over here, then market keep falling. I don't think so, or I don't want to mark this as my liquidity taken and the market structure shift. Why is that? Because if it would love to do that, I mean, according to the rules, everything was perfect here. To mark this one as your market structure, everything was perfect over there. I can't do that. Why is that? Because this market has cleared some sell side liquidity. I know that there is another sell side liquidity is over here. I know that. But still, it was trading up 50-minute bullish fair value gap. So I need a confirmation entry that is going to make me more confident. That means it will take another high, then it will fall. For example, here, I would love to take a buy here. Okay, I can't take the buy from there. It has to fall, take another time the liquidity, then there is a market structure shift, that is a buy. Because I'm not bullish, I would love to look for the confirmation. Same thing here, while I'm looking for the sell around this area, I have to look for a confirmed entry. Here that was an unfinished business, not the liquidity taken. Market came here not to take these swing highs, it came here to trade this fair value gap. Fortunately, by the way, I never expect this is going to happen at all, but fortunately it came here to finish the unfinished business because it was extremely bearish. I didn't know that. I was not looking for the bearishness. I was expecting this price action. See this? See this? Look over here. I was expecting this price action. So that was my expectation from today, that price action is going to be happen like this way. So here that fall was absolutely unexpected to me, and here market never take the liquidity, never ever, not even a single swing high has been cleared, nothing. Then market fall dramatically. Then all of you know that I was looking for a buying opportunity around this area, because that buy is just a reaction. Remember, it's not bullish. You should not take the buy. You should not take the buy. Very, very specific. You should only frame the sell. Whenever this market will take the liquidity, here, look over here. For example, this market went higher, cleared that buy side liquidity. Went higher, then clear the buy side liquidity. Okay, for example, it has cleared those buy side liquidity as well. Then there is a sell, market structure shifts, and fair value gap, boom, you will take that sell. I can't do anything over here. Why? My liquidity has been cleared. This is the liquidity I had from 1 minute chart. That has been cleared. Market has came to the last fair value gap that I am expecting. It can hold the market, send it higher. So while this liquidity is taken, I'm not able to take the sell. All I can do, I can take the reaction. This is just a reaction to take some liquidity. If it do that, perfect. I would love to take the buy over there. Just to take the reaction. You want to be strict with your daily bias, don't take the buy. I break down everything from the very beginning, what you should look for, how you should look for, and where you should look for. Now, any kind of buy today is you are going against your bias. Don't do that. If you are extremely new, don't do that, because after one or two loss, you will just you will be fed up. Oh man, what is this doing? This is bullshit price action. No, nothing. Whenever this market is going higher, it is just a reaction and it's not your bias. Every single time market will fall, you will frame the sell. Every single time market will fall, you will frame the sell. From 11:30, which is here around 11:30 to 12:50, I'm not able to take any trade until 12:50. Okay, so where is 12:50? Here. This is that 12:50. I'm not able to take any kind of trade until 12:50. After 12:50, let me use this replay mode. It's very important. Please focus over here. It's gonna be very. If any of you are trading right now, is there anyone who is trading? If you are trading right now, please close the stream. Do your own trading. I just write it down that it's the recap. Okay, so it's absolutely the recap. So you should look for something good for yourself. The trading. Okay, so this is 12:50. I have the buy side liquidity, so I'm going to mark that buy side liquidity here, which is an obvious liquidity, of course. This is the buy side liquidity. In this market, I have the buy side liquidity. Do I have the sell side liquidity? Now, this low, that low are the relatively equal lows, because I have explained how the zone, the liquidity zone you have to mark. From body to wick, mark a gap, extend it to your right. If you see, this wick has traded that box. This is the zone. It's not the liquidity line. Liquidity, this is not a line. It's not the liquidity. The liquidity is the whole box. This box, this whole zone is the liquidity. Okay, so over here, that is the liquidity, not just a line. The box is the liquidity. That because of this box, I have come out with the obvious liquidity. Whoever is here to look for the buy or sell, please close the stream. Do your own trading. Please do that. It's a request. This is the liquidity. Okay, so I'm going to mark a line of that low here. That is the sell side liquidity. It's very important. Please try to understand this. It's the buy side liquidity you have over here. Buy side liquidity around 1250. So this is the area where you are able to take an entry. You have this buy side liquidity here, you have this sell side liquidity there. Well, what else you can do? You can look on your left to see if there is any other. So where is that line actually? 25 on 39, 25 on 39. So 25 on 39, 193. Okay, so 193. So let me mark another line from this low. There is another low you can see here, and just let me see if it has built another liquidity or not. Okay, so I can remove this line and I can keep this line as my sell side liquidity. So this market fall, build another sell side liquidity with that low. Okay, from here the low and that low has built another sell side liquidity. Around 1250, market is here. I have buy side liquidity, I have sell side liquidity. Now think very wisely, think like that way. Daily chart, you are looking for sell. Hourly chart, you are expecting this type of consolidation. Market is going to be inside a range. 1 minute chart, you have seen this market has cleared the sell side liquidity, left the buy side liquidity, made the sell side liquidity. So if you would love to trade here, what should you do? You should look for that sell. Why? Because this market should fall. From the daily chart, you know that it should fall. Daily chart, you are expecting this. It has built the buy side liquidity. What is the best case of scenario? This market will go higher, take this buy side liquidity. It will frame a sell setup here. You will take the sell. That should be your expectation. Man, I'm showing you trading. I'm not showing you how to gamble. I'm showing you how to trade. This should be your expectation. If it doesn't happen, instead of that, it fall here, cleared that sell side liquidity, and then it has built a buy setup. You will frame that buy instead of that sell. If it do that without clearing this buy side liquidity, if it fall, take that sell side liquidity. You're not going to take the sell if the buy side liquidity is not clear. Isn't it very tough things? So I'm watching the market. I know that now I can look for any kind of sell is valid to me. So I'm seeing this is a big run. Okay, so market is actually falling over here. So I'm getting very afraid. Oh man, am I going to miss this trade? Maybe I missed this trade. Okay, so here I got the market structure shift. This is the market structure shift. I don't give a shit. It left that buy side liquidity, not even cleared any kind of highs. And then when this market came here, I took the sell from that sell. Okay, then this market actually fall. Actually, I think it has fallen. If I'm not, yeah, so it has fallen. It come here, so you took the sell here, and you maybe close the trade exactly over here. Okay, so think like that way, that you took the sell here, your stop loss was maybe there for the sake of this conversation, and you hold your trade until here. Okay, and you got a beautiful boom here. Actually, what you are doing here, you are building an expectation that this buy side liquidity doesn't matter to me. Oh man, my bias is bearish. Buy side liquidity doesn't matter to me. Anytime I can enter into this market and I can get my boom. Anytime I can do that. It takes that buy side liquidity or not, I don't care about that. This is my market structure shift. It didn't even take that high. I don't care. It has fallen, took that sell side liquidity, came here. Wow, awesome. I got the boom. Do this thing just 1 week, 5 days. Every single day, do this, okay? Without clearing the buy side liquidity, you have marked some kind of sell setup. Fair value gap, you took the sell and you hold your trade until a certain level, maybe until this sell side liquidity. Just for the sake of this conversation, think that it will come until this sell side liquidity. Do this just for 5 days. Come back, tell me how many times it works. Yesterday and today is the day where this market was going higher without taking the liquidity. Today this market is falling without taking the liquidity. This is happening just for yesterday and today. So the algorithm is working like that way. It was extremely bullish yesterday, and today it doesn't want to take the liquidity. Just without taking the liquidity, it is falling. This is the trap. This guy or this market maker or this algorithm is telling you that, brother, without taking liquidity, market has fallen. That is the use setup. You took that sell, man, you got the boom. This will always knock in your mind because you are in fear of missing opportunity. So next day, when the algorithm will be back without taking the buy side liquidity, it will never fall. You will be in a big problem. You will take the sell and you will see that you got stopped out. And then you will take the buy, you will see that you again got stopped out. That's the problem. Don't do that, please. At the same time, this market actually came here around this area. Well, while this market came here around that area and took that liquidity. I know that my bias is bearish, but I'm seeing that this market never take the liquidity. Never take the liquidity right here. When it came here, what I was looking for buy. I would do the same thing if I were here around the lunch hour. If I was here, I would do the same thing. I would keep looking for the buying opportunity. But I don't trade the lunch hour, so it's not valid to me. I have seen that this is the liquidity, buy side liquidity. This is the sell side liquidity. I was bearish. If it could take that buy side liquidity, I would look for the sell. while I have opened the stream, Donichu, I don't know he's still here or not. He told that, is there anyone who is looking for the buy like me? So I told him in the comment box, you can go up and check. I just told him, I'm with you, brother. Why I told that? That buy, what I'm expecting now, is not valid. Now I told, or I commented before these candles. Okay, there was that candle when I commented. I think, let me actually go to the 50-minute chart. When I commented him, it was like that candle, not this two candle. It was not that two candle. Okay, so I didn't know that it is going higher. So I told him that I'm with you, brother. I'm also looking for the buy. What was the reason? Now, first of all, you don't need to take the buy because it is going to, it's your against your bias, right? You are looking for sell, it's against your bias, but the logic is telling you market never take the buy side liquidity, never take the buy side liquidity. This is the first time it took that high to fill the unfinished business, then just market fall and consolidation, right? This is the whole price action for today. Never ever it takes the buy, instead of that it has fallen. And as I showed you, the most important level here, why this important, why this gap is important, what is about that, what to say, I mean this what is this called, the new day opening gap, all of these things I showed you over here. Let me come here and go to the, oh sorry, I can't do that actually because replay mode is not going to support here. Replay mode is only going to support here, otherwise I would be able to show you the things. So just remember, below this sell side liquidity, this is the new day opening gap, just below this sell side liquidity line. So below that line there is the new day opening gap. Market has cleared the sell side liquidity. What I'm looking for, only the buy. Let's see if there is a buying opportunity. Now, can I use the water block? Of course I can use the water block. Anything I can use because the sell side liquidity has been cleared. Market is above the new day opening gap. See, it is above the new day opening gap. I'm more interested to think about the buy for here, even if I'm going against my bias. You don't need to do that. If you are new, don't do that. Better let the market come here to take the buy side liquidity, frame the sell. If you have any high time frame PDR here, try to take the sell. But if you have the experience, perfect, then do one thing, wait for the setup. This is the candle that has closed 1 2 3 candle. This is the order block around here. Okay, this is the water block, guys. I know that here what happened around this area, I can see it from here. Okay, I can clearly see that what happened over there. So it's, you have to trust me, otherwise I can't prove these things. Entries here, stop loss is going to be below this low, sorry, below that low. I'm using this order block depending on that new day opening gap, not from this gap from 50-minute chart, not from that gap. I'm using this from the new day opening gap. Is that the same area if I'm not wrong? Yeah, that is the same area if I'm not wrong. Okay, yeah, I think that is the same area. 315, 315, I guess that is the same area. So this is the first opportunity. I'm just, let me actually make sure that I'm on the same level, because I have to confirm that I'm around the same level. Yeah, here, of course, this is that candle that has traded this order, I mean this new week new day opening gap, not this gap, that new day opening gap it has traded. So I can take the buy over here, stop loss below that order block 2 tick. Now you can see it's 31 handle. I really don't do that. Instead of doing this, what I do, I go for the 20 handle risk around this PM session. More importantly, around this PM session, I even don't want to take the 20 handle risk, but you guys will continue to argue with me. That's why I'm going to use the 20 handle, but I don't like to take the 20 handle risk over here. Instead of that, I would love to take the entry for maximum 15 handle, but for the sake of this conversation, think like that way. If this market come here, I will take the buy. Okay, and then maybe I will take the partial around 20 handle. Okay, so around 20 handle, from there to until this 20 handle. What happened? This market fall took me, that is my entry. then then boom, I got stopped out. Absolutely, I got stopped out. Oh man, it didn't work. It didn't, it's a bullshit thing. No, it's not bullshit things. Do you really think that every single time the entry will work? I don't think so, like that way. I don't think like that way. Okay, I'm agree with that. I took a loss losing trade here, Am I thinking about sell? No, I'm not thinking about sell. No buy side liquidity has taken. I will wait for the next opportunity. If there is another opportunity, I'll go for that trade. Okay. So if this market fall, and then actually now, just before going furthermore, is this an order block? Is this an order block? Because it has traded this gap. Is this an order block? 100% no, man. This is not an order block. A small body, a huge wick. I don't like this as an order block. This is my order block. So when I have found another candle here, I saw that Kuba has marked this order block and then extend it right. Use the propulsion block, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Uh, I don't know. Okay. I really don't know how he does that. But don't do that. This is the order block. If you get the entry, until this buy sell liquidity is not taken, there is no sell. So it should be taken by today. It should be taken by this PM session. I don't know it has already taken it or not. No, it's not taken yet, but this should be taken. If this market failed to take this buy side liquidity, it means that market will open around 6 p.m. and you will see a run toward that buy side liquidity. No bearish candle, just bull candle will take that buy side liquidity if it is an unfinished business. But I don't think so. It's gonna leave that buy side liquidity. It has to be taken, something like that. Here, this is that order block. Now I'm going against the new day opening gap. See, this is the new day opening gap. I'm going against the new day opening gap. Just for the sake of this conversation, think that there is no new day opening gap because it didn't actually give you the entry over here. Okay, so you can see market after building this order block by that specific candle, market was just going higher. After 5 candle, it never come to this, or I mean order block, never ever it comes. And finally this market came here. This is another candle that has traded this new day opening gap with this entry fair value gap over here, came to this entry fair value gap. So let me actually come to that area. So it went higher a bit, consolidation, and this is the candle. Okay, so that is the candle. Is that the same candle? I think this is the same candle. What is the time frame here? 206. This is the same candle. 206. Yeah, absolutely. This is that candle. Look over here. That candle has traded this gap as well as this new day opening gap. Now here I had an opportunity to take the buy from this order block. Market never give me the entry. This buy is absolutely not valid because below the new day opening gap, don't go for the trade. So it is not valid as an entry. What was that order block? Remember that order block? That order block was depending on that new day opening gap. Here, that new day opening gap. I took that entry. I got stopped out over here. Same logic you are going to use here. Why you are thinking about the buy? It should be taken. If this market failed to take this buy side liquidity, that means this market is bullshit market and you should not touch this market. There is no opportunity to trade this market if it doesn't touch this market. I mean, take this buy side liquidity. So I'm coming here, very prominent body, long. Compare this candle and that candle are the same. You can clearly see that it's a small body, long wick. It has a very prominent body, even though it has a bit long wick, but I'm able to mark the order block here. The candle close, depending on the candle close. So this is the high, this is the high where the body has closed, as well as look at that high. Mark that high, extend it to your right. Is this your order block? Is this your order block or that is your order block? Ask yourself the same question. Which one is your order block? But brother, you too can sell losing trade. Man, everyone you have to take the losing trade. Entry, stop loss below this order block. Two tick below this order block, right? More than 20 handle. So I can't do that. So I have to put it just to handle here. Okay. So I'll just keep it around that area, I guess. I'll just keep it here. That will be my entry. If the market give me the entry, I'll take that entry. Again, I don't like to do that. I prefer 15 handle most of the time, but just for the sake of this conversion, I'm going to do that. That should be the partial, at least 20 handle partial, and we'll see if it can give me the entry. Okay, the next body has give me the entry. Perfect. I took the partial here. What I'm going to do, hold my trade until this buy side liquidity. Trail it, trail it, trail it. I mean, it was bit something. Still you didn't get stopped out. No stopped out, nothing over here. I can just clearly close it to see if it works or not. Okay. So here, then finally this market is coming to take your liquidity. In the meantime, when this order block has been traded, market has traded this order block, market went higher. This should be your unfilled fair value gap. Anybody has any confusion? Nobody should have any kind of confusion. This should be your unfilled fair value gap. And then I'm going to remove this thing now, okay? So I'm just going to remove these things. This to this should be unfilled. Market filled this. All you need to look for low, high, lower low. Is there any low, high, lower low? No. Mark the highest up close body close candle. Extend it to your right. Mark it as your breaker block. When the market tapped here, this is the candle which has validated this breaker block. There is no other breaker block except this candle. When it is closed above this is going to be your breaker block. Take the buy from the breaker block. You have to cover this fair value gap. See this fair value gap, the lowest fair value gap. You have to cover that fair value gap. Now, the best case of scenario, put the stop loss below the candle has built the last fair value gap, below that candle. Fortunately, I can put it here without breaching my 20 handle maximum loss. Without breaching that, I can put my stop loss over here. We'll go for another 20 handle partial. Put my stop loss to the break even. After taking the partial, put my stop loss to the break even. Will hold my trade until this same buy side liquidity. So man, I have taken a losing trade here. Of course, you have to take the losing trade. There is no other opportunity. I have missed this order block entry, which is not valid. First of all, which is not valid. I just showed this because I have seen Kuba has marked this candle as an order block. I have no idea why he has done that. It is not an valid order block, by the way. Market went higher, made relatively equal highs. See this high and that high, there are the clean highs over here around this area. Fall, went bit higher, fall again, took the liquidity. Liquidity has been cleared here. After clearing the liquidity, what do you see? Market structure shift. You have the market structure shift here. Market has cleared the sell side liquidity. Has been cleared. Brother, you don't have the higher time frame period, so stop this bullshit. This is the liquidity taken. Traded the beautiful higher time frame PDRA around this area. Beautiful higher time frame PDRA. You have the beautiful buy side liquidity over here. That is the best buy side liquidity that should be taken. Sell side liquidity taken. You got the market structure shift. Entry fair value gap. Do you have any breakaway gap here? If you have, cover that breakaway gap. If you don't have, just go for that same logic, 20 handle, depending on that. Where should be your stop loss? Below this low. Can you do that? No, I can't do that. So what I will do, whatever swing high I can have here, I'll try to cover that swing high. Swing low. For example, maybe there was a gap. In that type of situation, what I would do, I would move my entry maybe to the concurrent crossment and I would cover that last fair value gap, whatever gap you have here. If you have any, if you don't have any, try to cover at least the candle has built the gap, or if you can find any other swing low here which can be a prominent swing low. I mean, just depending on that, okay? But best area is to here around this area. That is the best area. Put it around here and I'd love to put it around 20 handle. Okay, so 20 handle, I'll move my entry a bit lower. I can miss this trade. I don't have any problem. I can miss this trade. We'll go here. Maybe I'll get stopped out. I'll keep looking for that low. Is that low is taken? If this low is not taken, anytime this market will go again, close above this gap. I'm going to remove this 15-minute last fair value gap. Anytime this market will close above this gap, I'll take the re-entry. So here it has closed this gap. I'll take re-entry. For example, this market fall and stopped me out. Failed to take this low. Closed above this, tap to this gap, I'll take re-entry. Because I don't want to put my stop loss here. Now you can do that because a lot of YouTubers do that. So you can do that. I don't have any problem. This is the most logical level. So you can do that if you want. I don't want to do that. I would love to take a risk for 20 handle. So if I get stopped out, okay, then I'll try to take re-entry. How many entries do you get around this PM session from 1250? First, there was a selling opportunity. Market never take that buy side liquidity. So all the sell I will miss. I'm not going to chase this market from that fair value gap 22 IT model. No, I'm not interested to chase this market. For the first time, I found an opportunity to take the buy from the order block. Just because of the stop loss, I have to take the entry from here, and I will take a loss of 20 handle, and you will start to cry, man, this bullshit doesn't work. Another opportunity from here, market never take the give me the entry, and I am not interested to take this buy from here because this is below the new day opening gap, just below that new day opening gap. I'm not interested to take the buy while this market is below this new day opening gap. Look how beautifully this was respecting. See here how beautifully it was respecting over there. Market went higher, made another order block. The order block, the beautiful order block you have learned from the video. What is your thinking? Buy. Of course, you can leave the buy go because your bias is bearish, as I explained at the beginning. As it should be consolidated. It can't keep falling, it can't keep going higher. It has to be consolidated. Whole day, market left the buy side liquidity only. Sell side liquidity has been cleared. First entry opportunity from the order block. Second entry opportunity from the 22 IT model. Third entry opportunity from the breaker block. Let me put it here so that, okay, so just think like that way. This is your PM session. Started with a loss, going to end with 1, 2, 3 winning trade. Man. Now it's time to ask me the question. I know, guys, you already got bored. Hey, George, how are you, man? Hey, George, are you still here, man? I didn't read the comment, brother. How are you, brother? Why is the 204 p.m. candle is the water block? I think you are late already. So I just give you the reply. That has traded. What is that? It has traded the new day opening gap. This is the new day opening gap. So I actually explained it in details. You can watch it from the beginning and you will get everything over here. Okay, is there anyone, by the way? Because the chat is absolutely quiet. I know that everyone is holding their breath because they're almost everyone's TP is here, so they are holding their breath. Breathe. Ah, please, please, please hit the please hit the buy. I mean, hit the target. Hit the target. Brother, I just didn't show you the entry. I just explained everything to you. Everything about this market. Tito, are you doing a great job, man? You're doing a great job, man. The amount of knowledge you are giving here is amazing. Thank you, Trader Slug. That's a great compliment for me. Thank you so much, brother. Devin, I know that, brother. Almost everyone, okay, out of 41 people, most of them are holding their breath because their TP is here. Don't put your TP here. Put your TP 5 handle above this line. 5 handle above this line. Put your TP here. I'm joking late, but I'm joining late, but are you personally trading or just showing possible setups? Uh, Real investment broker. First, let me know, brother, is this your first time here? 304. What is 304, brother? Oh, it can go over there. I don't have any problem, but I would love to see it will go above this line, four handle, sorry, five handle above this line. That's my target. It can go 304, brother, of course. As I explained at the beginning, it should not be keep going higher. So here, this is the liquidity. Exactly here, this is the liquidity. All of this area is the liquidity. So I don't want to see it will keep going higher. I've seen you before for a few minutes. I like your approach. Okay, brother. So you are new here. Brother, I do my own trading, but depending on my mood, okay? So not always. Like yesterday I did it, but today I'm not doing. So actually I'm working with my psychology sometimes. So it depends on my mood. When I feel good, I trade in live. When I don't feel good, then I trade by myself, then share the execution in area. But I frame the trade in live, that's for sure. So now you are seeing all of this hindsight, but if you watch the morning session, you will be able to see that that setup, I clearly called it. Then there was two more setup. Then finally there was an order block setup. Actually, it didn't work. To be honest, it didn't work. So that was a losing trade. 14 handle, by the way, it was just 14 handle loss. All my profit is 20 handle minimum. Why don't you think it will not go higher? There is an hourly fabric from. No, I didn't say that it can't go higher. I just told that I want to see it will go at least 5 handle above the liquidity. As the market is bearish, it doesn't need to go higher. If it keep going higher, that means this line is useless to me. So I don't want to see this line as an useless line. This is a bearish market. So you will see that this is falling only. Uh, at the same time, I'm just trying to catch the reaction. The thing I have explained here, guys, whoever was with me from the beginning, I don't know who are here from the exactly from the beginning to until I am done explaining. All of the things I explained here is that understandable. That means, did you guys understand that? Just let me know that. Trading can't be if. There is no word valid as if. You can't say if. No. You have to say it will. It must be. Then if it doesn't work, if you will use only if it doesn't work, then you will take a loss because loss is the part of this game. Hold a market go down without liquidity, maybe it left obvious liquidity. Okay, Vin is late. I believe that Vin didn't join me from the beginning. Vin, you're late, brother. I broke down this whole market. Stop over trading. If you found that loss and then if you have found that buy, just take that buy. Stop taking entry from 22 item model from the breaker block. Stop doing all of these things. Instead of that, just take one trade. If it is a profitable trade, you have mitigated your loss, stop trading. Come back tomorrow. Your first trade is a winning trade, stop trading. Come back the next day after tomorrow. Do that things. Yeah, Bin, you actually joined late, brother. Took 3 loss today. My mistakes, app accepted it. Second session have good entries but didn't take because of psychology. You did a good job, Abba. You did a good job, brother. I appreciate it. If you can find out your mistakes, that's your win. Don't give a shit about your loss. because you have found your mistakes. Most of the people don't get their mistakes, why they got that loss, they don't find it out. So it's very difficult for them to gain the win. It has to be taken in this market. If it failed to take this liquidity, means that it was absolutely garbage. It can't leave this liquidity. Now, just for the sake of this conversation, it is not going to be happen, I believe so. But if it failed to take this liquidity by the PM session, around 6 p.m it will open, and you will see just the bull candle. There will be no bear candle, just the bull candle, one after another, one after another, one after another, until this is not taken. Write it down in the white page, and then match it if there is something else happen. Hey RP, thanks for that boom penguin boom. Where are you now, Portugal or Bangladesh? I'm not in Bangladesh, but first of all, I'm in Bangladesh. And secondly, I'll be in Portugal 20th of this month. So maybe I'll take a break for 3 to 4 days. Maybe, I'm not sure about. But yeah, my flight is till 20th of October. Hmm. So thank you guys. Uh, I hope you have found something from here. 1, 2, 3, boom. And a loss. Unfortunately, and a loss. Thank you guys for right. Hey Jamie, you are still here, man. I thought you were sleeping. Hey Daniel, thank you so much, brother. Ravi, thank you, man. Danichu, thank you, man. Thank you so much. So I hope, guys. Danichu, you remember the first comment you have done? Your comment was, "Am I the only one looking for that sexy buy side liquidity from lunch high?" And I replied you over there. Where is me? Why is not my comment is over? Okay, there he is. Danichu, I guess I'm with you. Okay, so that was my reply to you, brother. So thank you guys for being over here, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I hope that nobody has no question. And the thing I have explained here, if you are a bit confused, please watch it one more time. Then I hope everything will be clear to you with much more precision. For the first time, it has closed out this line, out this gap. I'm celebrating. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I'm just going to close the stream for today. And inshallah, by the God, I will be here tomorrow around the morning session. Until then, cheers, guys.